All right, I'm making a short video, mostly for Dad to be able to see what's going on here. You can kind of make out through there some areas that are cleared out, but you'll see the Kubota there is on a little trail that Dad's ridden on before, a lot of you. Anyway, and what you see right in front of me is post-hurricane cleanup, just on the ground there. We won't take shots of the ground. And there's the trail that went up the hill, and there's some firewood and log splitter that is used to make the firewood into firewood. Everything you see ahead of you, really from that stack of firewood on, has been cleared out since the hurricane. This was kind of pushed over by trees that fell over, and then later by the loggers that came to retrieve those trees and clean them up. So everything from the dog on, or actually before the dog on, and all that's been cleaned up. And all of this is down. There's a lot of work to do. Take us 2 or 3 years to clean it all up. There's some used railroad ties that I bought to help us with some steps. And there's the stump of a tree. Now, I know my sister Brenda and other sisters have probably seen me. Oh gosh, it's sleeting right now. Anyway, that is a big oak tree stump you see in front of you. That was to the right of that. We had planned a little sitting spot to look down into the valley. And well, I guess the sitting spot, we'll either have to have a cover over it, or we'll have to find a different sitting spot if it's going to be in the shade. Anyway, and so that's down into the valley, and across the way you see one of our, what we call the Nana Trail across the way. That's a trail that I'm surprised Deborah with a year or two ago. And anyhow, there's still a ton of cleanup to do post-hurricane. You see that small tree leaning there. It was more or less pushed over by the bigger trees, I think, anyway. So, and back to where I started, that's a cherry tree you see on the ground. Good sized cherry tree. I hope to have that. I left it intact so I can hopefully get space at a sawmill to cut that into some kind of saw logs for later on, saw boards for later.